Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Life is Weird podcast, Boca Raton edition. It is my honor and pleasure to be bringing you this live from the Southeast. You know, Jack's holding it up north. It's exciting. But without a further ado, I would like to welcome two highly requested, highly esteemed guests. They're my roommates, but they're so much more than that. I would like you guys to do the honors and introduce yourselves.
It's the one and only Eli. I don't gotta say too much. Thank you, Justin, for having me on here. I look forward to everything we're gonna be talking about. Yeah.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
It's the one and only Jhalen MF and Rose. Thank you again. Like Eli said, thank you for having me on. I'm very, 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 very excited to talk about some topics. And yeah.
Wonderful. It's lovely. It's my pleasure, though. My pleasure. Now, to get things started, how did we meet? Let's start from the beginning.
Am I starting?
Yeah.
Okay, so me and you?
Yeah.
Or me and Jhalen?
Me and you.
Okay, so your freshman year, my what year?
Sophomore.
Okay, my sophomore year, yeah. I met Justin at the basketball court. I walked in. He was the loudest person in the gym. And then I remember me and him matched up against each other my first game on. And we were just going at it, back and forth, scoring on each other, talking a friendly jump.
Of course.
And, yeah, ever since then, I felt like we just got tight, on and off the court. But I think definitely, playing against each other and, testing the waters against each other definitely brought us closer.
100%. Yeah, I think that's super profound. And thank you for, mentioning that story. That story is honestly, guys, one of the best stories ever. I just had come to school, and you know me, I had to, it was like my coming to the league moment. I just landed on university. I didn't really know what was going on. It was a lot of uncertainty, a lot of things that I hadn't explored yet. So when I knew one thing was basketball. So I just knew that I've created so much friends, so much culture, and so much of who I was came from basketball. And then to match up with he's being modest. He's a bucket. Seriously, he's a problem. We were going back and forth, and he was such a great guy at the end. Of course, we was talking mad reckless, talking mad smack to each other. But then after the game, it was all love.
Yeah,
super respectful, great guy. Now I'd like to, Jhalen, how did we meet?
So like they were just talking about, you guys had known each other previously, but me and Eli have been best friends since freshman year. So we used to go to the caf every day together, religiously, sitting in there, people watching, talking, whatever. And there was this kid who walked up to our table to only dap Eli up. And I personally used to check people on not speaking to me, but speaking to the rest of the people around me.
My deepest apologies for that.
It's okay. You apologized at the time, and I felt like it was rude. So I went ahead and was like, hello, nice to meet you. I'm Jhalen. And you're like, my bad, bro. I'm Justin. And then we talked for literally forever at the caf. And then, yeah, that's how we started being friends.
It's been history ever since then.
History
and a
ever
whole
since.
lot more future. And with that being said, how did you two meet? Because I'm sure the viewers, this is their first time meeting you. And I would love to know how both of you guys got to know each other.
Well, from my perspective, it was what was it, the third day of school, second day of school?
Yeah, the second day.
Yeah, and me and my roommate were walking around campus. It was late at night, and then
I'm gonna take it over from
Okay,
here.
okay.
It was actually
He's not doing the story
It was
justice.
at night.
It was actually not nighttime.
Yes,
it was
it
about
was.
3 p.m. in the afternoon.
Oh.
And me and Gretchen were walking out of her room, and we bumped into Eli and Tyler. And I don't want to get too vulgar on here, but I did look. Me and Gretchen were we're freshmen in college. We're scouting. So we were looking around, and Eli was walking towards us. And we made some comments to Eli about
His
needing
appearance.
that. His appearance. Like, he was very handsome.
Definitely a handsome guy. Got to give credit where credit is due, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So then we said our comments, and then he thought it was funny, and then we all literally hung out that night. And then ever since then, the day after that, I moved into their dorm room.
Really?
With a blow-up mattress and slept on their floor.
Wow, that's an amazing story. Wait, so you came in with a blow-up mattress to him and his roommate's dorm.
Mm-hmm.
So can you elaborate on that? Like, why?
Because I felt, I didn't like my roommates.
Oh, I see.
And I didn't even know them that much, but I really didn't like them already. And that was, bad on my part because I, prejudged. But at the same time, I was like, I don't really like y'all. And I really wanted to be around people that I felt, comfortable with. And I felt so comfortable around Eli and Tyler. And I don't know. I just was like, okay, well, I'm going to start sleeping in you guys' room. It actually wasn't the next day. It was probably a week later.
Oh, okay.
But either way, it was immediate. And then I went, we bought a blow-up mattress.
A slight exaggeration, but nevertheless,
Nevertheless, I literally moved in immediately.
Wow.
And I completely didn't live in my room. I went to my room to take a shower.
Wow.
And I got my clothes changed, got my snacks. I used to go shopping at Target, and it would be for their room, not even my own room.
Wow. So you were pulling weight. You just felt so blessed to be there and to even be with people that you're comfortable with, that you were just of course, doing your part.
Absolutely.
And I think that's a huge thing in school that isn't really talked about, is roommate dynamics and the relationships you have with your roommates.
It matters.
It does.
Make or breaks your experience.
And I can even speak on it because you're my roommate right now, both of you. We've definitely had to navigate a few. Let's not get into the specifics, but we definitely had to navigate a few things. And Jhalen, for all you guys that I'm sure you'll know how confident this man is. He speaks his mind freely, and same with Eli. I think that's one of the reasons why they're so tight, is simply because they are so true to who they are. There's no lie in them. They don't falsify who they are for anyone, anybody, no circumstance, no place, nothing.
Yep. I agree.
Yeah. And Eli, I just want you to kind of keen in on that year. So from your perspective, how did that come about even? For him to just come through and
how did you feel?
Yeah, a person that you had just met.
I was cool with it. I didn't mind because Jhalen was mad cool when I first met him. So I didn't really mind. And if I was him, I don't think anybody would want to be in his shoes and live a whole year with people you don't really know.
That's so true.
Or you don't really like, So I thought it was fine.
I could definitely speak to that. My freshman year, I did not sleep in my dorm. Me and my roommates, we definitely did not get along. And so I would pivot from that and I would sleep in friends' room or other people or stuff like that. So I can definitely relate. And honestly, it's part of the college experience to meet new people and to forge connections and bonds. I think it's so deep. It's deeper than what people think. You meet people in high school, and that can be your tribe, your clique, your entourage, whatever, et cetera, et cetera. But then when you go to university, you meet a new wave of people.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going through the same things you are.
Exactly. That's something that, I loved, that, everybody was doing it for the first time. So it's everything is new to everybody. Back at home with high school, we've lived together and grown up together for, a lot of our lives. So, a lot of our lives. So a lot of stuff that happened is already been done by different people. But here it's a lot of first times.
You're creating.
First time going to Wawa at 1 a.m. with my roommate. First time arguing with a roommate. First time eating with a roommate. First time meeting a roommate's parent. All those things. That's what I enjoyed. But I just enjoyed it with people who actually were not even my roommates.
Wow.
So that's why I became the third adopted roommate.
Wow, that's amazing. And thank you so much for touching on that, because experience is everything in college. What are you experiencing and what is the quality of your experience? And how we even wound up here is a whole nother thing in and of itself. So I kind of want to pivot from that and ask you guys, where have you been? What got you to this point to come to university and commit to like furthering your education?
For me, I was a hooper my whole life. So my original plan was to play basketball in college. But if I were to do that, it probably wouldn't have been in Florida. It probably would have been, I'm originally from Connecticut, so
Shout out CT.
shout out CT. It probably would have been in that area, New York area. But when I came to visit, because I applied to like a whole bunch of schools in Florida, but when I came to visit Lynn, I don't know, it just felt like the
It
right
fit.
place to be. Yeah, like it fit. I didn't really want to go to a big university. My parents liked it here because it was, private. We met with all the business teachers. I'm a business major, so that was a big
Shout out College of Business.
yeah, that was a big green flag for my family and me as well. And then, the campus was just beautiful when I first got here. So, I mean, that was
Yeah.
the main thing for me.
I agree.
Yeah, and then along with the block schedule. No one else. I don't know any other universities
yeah.
who do that, but this here at Lynn's very unique with the block schedule, and it's very manageable.
That's well said. That's well said. And thank you for shedding light on that, because we are a lot different than a lot of traditional colleges, universities, and I think that's what makes us unique and special at the same time. Like, say what you will about Lynn University, but it's moved mountains for me, and I have the utmost gratitude and appreciation for everything that this university has done for me, not only like in my relationships, obviously two individuals that I hold in the highest regard, like genuinely. And I'm not just saying that. I want people on this podcast that are so real, authentic, and genuine. And these are why these are our first guests. And those of you that have tuned into the Life is Weird podcast, I know like we've had a lot of people in the 518. Shout out everybody in the 518. Jack, this is coming to you. We're posting this. I'm so excited to kick this one off, this first episode here, Boca Raton edition. And yeah, so I really appreciate that. And Jhalen, so I'll ask you the same question.
Okay.
What brought you to university, and specifically Lynn?
So my dream all throughout high school was to be an anesthesiologist.
What is it for those of the people that don't know what an anesthesiologist is? What is that?
An anesthesiologist is the doctor that administers the amnesia to patients for surgeries. After surgery, I have to like make sure you're still like coming out of sedation, checking heart rates, yada yada yada, that type of stuff. So more like all about like sedations and stuff.
Okay, that's super interesting.
Yeah, so that was like my dream job, and I applied to literally almost every school in Florida because I knew I wanted to go to school in Florida. And then I came to Lynn to tour before my biggest competition for cheerleading in Orlando. We flew here first just to visit.
Shout out cheerleading.
Shout out cheerleading. And they told me that they had like an amazing like biomed program like all interlinked here, and I was like so ecstatic. So we came, we toured, we loved it. Again, I also heard about the block schedule, and coming from high school, like I really heard like horror stories about semesters that I didn't want to get into. So once I heard that this is nothing like a full semester, I was like sold. Yeah.
So that's what really resonated with you.
Yeah, that's what resonated with me personally. I loved the block thing.
Okay, so let's talk about that transition. Like, so you had this idea of what you wanted to become, and then, okay, let's talk about where you are now. Actually, before we get into that, before we dive into that, because I'm really interested, because these guys have two remarkable stories, and I'd love for them to share. For me personally, my road was really rocky.
With coming to school?
Yeah. I didn't take the traditional route. I took a gap year, and to be quite honest with you, I don't really go into this quite often, but I think this is like a great place to showcase like this, because this is my journey and this is my story, and I feel like we're starting this off fresh. This is the first podcast here, so to give you guys an idea of like my journey, high school was really hard for me, like super difficult, a lots of ups and downs and uncertainty and adversity, obstacles, you name it. And so with all that uncertainty and opposition, I got really, really, really confused about what my future holds. And with that uncertainty building, I was looking for another avenue to go. And so I came to my mother, and me and my mom at the time, we had gone through it. Like, my mother is my support system. And I know from the talks that you and I have had, and you and I have had, your relationships with your mothers, like, shout out moms across the world. You guys are amazing. Thank you for all that you do
100%.
for us.
I love you, Mom.
Yeah, I love you, Mom. And so me and my mom had a discussion, and I basically said to her, you know, I'm your son. Like, I'm your youngest. Like, can you gamble on me? Can you roll the dice? Like, do you trust me? And of course, like any mother should, she said 100%. And so she actually sold her building, put me in prep school. And that was the hardest decision that my mom and I had to make. And I went there, and I originally went there for ball. Like, I went there for hoop. But then I realized that's not the path that I was going to take. Because a bunch of athletes know, like, basketball doesn't last forever. It's very temporary.
Agreed.
Even football, what does the NFL stand for? Not for long.
I agree.
Like, sports is a thing that builds intangibles, it builds integrity, it builds a mindset that is great, but if you don't take that and apply that to the real world, it could really hurt you, because sports are not forever, and you are a person that was created with a purpose, because everything in this world has a purpose. Everything. And so, anyway, I was sitting in prep school. I went to Winchendon. Shout out Winchendon. Amazing program. It was in the middle of nowhere in Massachusetts. Like, I'm talking north, like almost near Canada. And I was all by myself. Like, nobody I ever knew, a bunch of foreign people, a bunch of people that were clawing and scraping to get their chance to play collegiate basketball. And that is like, for those of you that have went to prep school, or for those of you that know about basketball culture, it can get toxic. Like, you have a bunch of men, well, boys that are turning into men, and they're trying to find their identity, and they're hungry for a goal and something that they've dreamed about since they were young. And so there was like this fight and this drawback, and I, lo and behold, I met remarkable people. My coach, Kenny Green, shout out Kenny Green. He's a remarkable person and helped me instill value in who I am in my manhood, and help me become a man, or walk into my manhood, or even explain to me what a man is. Like, my father has done a great job, but your environment and the people in your life shape who you are. And so, lo and behold, we all become brothers. So we come from like all this adversity and bumping heads and fighting, and to us really building a bond and a connection. And I walked out of there the most improved I've ever been, because I went through change, and drastic change at that. I went through an uncomfortable situation. And one thing that is huge in my life that I've seen is that when you're uncomfortable, it breeds growth. It breeds who you are truly at its core, at its essence. It peels back the layers and reveal. It forces change. Thank you for saying that. And yeah, and so the reason why, I say all that to put into context, that the reason why I came to Lynn was because of the fact it was the furthest away from home. Because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I knew the most drastic change would come from me making the most drastic jump. And this was the university that was the furthest away from home. And so that's what landed me here.
Amazing story.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and with that being said, where are you now? So from you coming here, meeting Eli, and what like really took place in those years to help you evolve? Because you are a senior. Amazing, amazing accomplishment. Job's not finished, but you guys are both seniors, and it's been a wild ride.
Yeah. I got to get the email first, and then I'll be a senior.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
I'll start. Honestly, it has been a very wild ride. But to say that I like came on here on campus thinking I was going to be a doctor.
Yeah.
That was my career path. Like I was set. I go through my whole freshman year, didn't like it at all, realized this is not what I want to do, and changed my major to hospitality management, which, funny story, when I was touring Lynn before I ever came, I bumped into the hospitality, like, head of the head of the department of the hospitality side of Lynn. And she told me that, like, I'm going to switch to her major. And I was like, no, I'm not. Like, I want to be a doctor.
Oh, so she foretold, like, what you were eventually going to do.
Yeah. I think her name is Carissa LaFranco. I'm not too sure. She's a very sweet lady. I love her down. But, yeah, after that, I changed my major, and then I realized, like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. And then talked to her, went to her, became a hospitality management major, and then, like, we had good convos. I had some good meetings, and I realized, like, I do want to do something with people because I love people. I'm a people person.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, it's crazy change from doctor to
You did a
hotels.
crazy, like, 180. Like, you pivoted from, like, the exact opposite.
Yeah, completely.
Yeah, but I mean, like, at the end of the day, you just care for people, so you want to help people.
Absolutely. I love talking.
That's great.
Let's talk.
That's brilliant. That's why we're here. We're here to talk about the real stuff. So, E, like, what for you has changed? Like, where are you right now?
I mean, a lot has changed since I was a freshman. Friendships have changed.
Yeah.
What I've wanted to do in my life has changed. I think I've changed as a person for the better as I've gotten older. But yeah, I came in here as a freshman not really knowing what I wanted to do, but, you know, I knew I wanted to be my own boss of some sort, you know, not work for anybody. Like, I've always had that entrepreneurial, like, mindset, you know, but I didn't really know, like, to do what, like what did I want to do? But as the years have gone by, I realized what my purpose was as a person and, like, what I want to do. And that's, along with Jhalen, it's also hospitality. But, I mean, we're kind of on two different sides of the hospitality aspect. But I'm just like Jhalen, you know, I love helping people and I love taking care of people. It's just I do a different side of it, you know?
Yeah.
When people think of hospitality or, like, you know, a concierge, they usually think, everyone always tells me, like, oh, so you work in hotels and I'm like, no. It's kind of more like nightlife stuff, you know, just getting people what they need, whether that's, you know, going out stuff, you know, like to clubs, to tables, and etc. And also like yacht charters, stuff like that. It's a whole bunch of stuff.
But you're Gen Z, like, you're different. Like, a lot of people would think conventionally you have to be in hotels or that. But what you're doing is you're bringing in a new wave because it's a whole new way of entertainment.
Yeah.
And how to put people in positions where they're living their best life. For example, like I definitely, my freshman year, it was difficult to navigate because, you know, like there's a lot of ways to have fun and there's a lot of different things that you can do.
Yeah.
And I remember, like, the reason why a lot of us bonded was because we went out. Like, let's be honest. That, like, in college, like, that is an aspect of it where you socialize, you learn, and you learn who you are because you socialize, you meet new people. It's not all about just, like, drinking and all that. But if you want to have a good time, it's like, it's who you are, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. And Eli, like, I just want you to shout out, like because you're doing your dream. Like, he's being very modest right now. He's literally pursuing his dream actively. Shout out to him. Like, he has his own. So I'm gonna let him take it away.
It's called Terry Hospitality. That's what I do. I started it about 2 years ago. And yeah, I've just been doing that ever since. We're based obviously in South Florida, but this past summer, we branched off to New York City. So, yeah,
Wow, huge move.
That's what I do every
Covering the
day.
East Coast, East
Yeah.
Side, baby. Wow. That's
Yes, sir.
amazing.
Yes,
That's
sir.
wonderful. Well, shout out Terry Hospitality. You guys know if you need anything, you're looking for a great time here on the East Coast. You know, you guys from the West Coast, from the South, you know, come down here. We'll show you a great time. Well,
Yes, sir.
I won't
You
show
already
you
know.
that. He will. And
Only the best.
yeah, only the best, the finest, as you should. Now, Jhalen, so I kind of want to tie into like where like the little moments in your life that have been pivotal in you growing in your identity and who you are. Because Jhalen, there is no one like you. Like granted, there's no one like anyone out there. Like you are all made, custom made. You don't fit any type of mold. But Jhalen, you have a special kind of like essence to who you are.
Thank you. I'd say there was like a lot of things that pivoted my mindset to create me to be like who I am today. But I think my biggest thing that like allowed me to be who I am to like the fullest was really my like, in a sense, it's not like the best word for it, but like my carelessness of what other people think. Like I could genuinely, like you can ask Eli, since our freshman year, like I've been called everything under the sun. I've been talked to crazy, this and I've been like through it all, but I genuinely like, if I allowed everybody's opinion and what everybody had to say to
affect you,
really
yeah.
mold who I am, I would not be who I am today. And I personally know that like I'm gonna be somebody in life. I know that the people around me that I value their opinions are going to be somebody in life. So if it's not one of those voices, I genuinely just I can't hear you. So
Wow.
it's not
That's
that, then-
inspiring. Thank you. And so like touching on what you just said, like caring about what others think, what would be some of like advice that you would give to like your earlier self, to somebody like to your, yeah, what would be the advice you'd give to like a younger Jhalen?
if I could give younger me any advice, I would tell myself to be myself. There's no reason to hide. There's nothing to be scared of. At the end of the day, who comes around, comes around. Who goes away, goes away. No one's mad at you for who you are. No one's going to care too much about who you are. So just live and be who you were meant to be. And I would have told myself stop playing soccer a whole long time ago. I would have been a cheerleader a whole long time ago. But I had my fun, and I know that at the end of the day, younger me had to go through those things for me to be who I am now. But if I could tell them anything, I would just tell them to just be you more authentically.
I love that. I love that. Authenticity is more powerful than love, for sure. Like you can show people love, but at the same time, people can misconstrue like what love means to them. Like whatever isn't love is a lie. But like if you're not breeding love that's unconditional, then is it really love? Because if your love has conditions, like I don't really understand if you know what it is. And I mean, love can be the simplest things, like you having a brotherhood, like together. And I think that's really beautiful. And thank you for sharing. But I'd love to kind of like unpack with you guys, like the crazy life that you guys have lived and your like coming on 4 years, like the things that have happened, the places that you've went, the people you've met, the things that you've done. Like, where do you even there's a lot because you guys have done so much.
Yeah, there is a lot. I don't even know where to start.
Yeah.
I don't know. You want to start that one off? Or?
I could start. For the first thing, I actually want to start with friendships
Yeah.
in college. Like, I don't know. You walk on campus not expecting, unless you come with people. Like Eli came with a friend, but like I walked onto this campus knowing absolutely not a single soul from anywhere, and like I built such good friendships with people so fast my freshman year to the point where I almost was questioning it. Like even with me and Eli, Like for a while, I was like, we click so much, like something's weird. Like just because
It
good
was
stuff-
destined.
yeah,
It was
like,
meant to be.
but like good stuff happening at a fast pace is like, it's scary.
Mm.
So luckily with me and him, that wasn't a problem. But like we've went through friends after friends, me and Eli, friends after friends after friends after friends, females, males, arguments, group chats, discussions, sneaking around, phone call. Like it's been insane in the friend department. Like it's been one of the
Dang.
craziest things I think I've ever experienced in my life was
Really?
literally friendships in college.
I agree.
Wow.
I agree. And then just to add on, I think like as we've or like yeah, as you get older, you know, especially in college, like as the years go by, I think you really start to find like your true clique. If you know what I mean, cuz like freshman year, we were friends with everybody.
Everyone.
Just talking to everybody. I mean, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I think as you get older, you find the real ones who are like those are my dogs, like for life.
That's amazing.
Because real quick, there's you in college, even for you, Justin, because you still have another year left.
Thank you.
Remember to always treat people how you perceive them. Not I don't know how to word it. More so
Treat
like
others how you want to be treated.
that, but in a sense of like there are certain friends for certain things. So like a lot of people's problem in college is that they want to make their club going friends one of their best friends when they know that they don't like them that much. So then you accidentally intertwine business and pleasure with going out and then introducing them to people you know from home, bringing them home, when in all honesty, that right there was just supposed to be a college friend. That was supposed to be a I'm calling you because we're going to sway tonight type friend, not a oh my God, come and meet my family type of friend.
Sheesh.
Because you have those type of friends, like Eli is my type of friend, that he can meet, talk to my parents, call my parents, all that. Like he's the one that I consider family. But I have a lot of friends here who I consider more so like a collegiate attachment. Like you are part of my collegiate journey. So yes, I care for you. Yes, I value you, but in a different standpoint.
There's
so
an
I'm not
extent.
I'm not gonna group you with Eli because you are not on that level. But it's not a diss.
It's
not
having
a problem.
boundaries.
It's just a boundary. Yeah.
Yo, that was revolutionary advice. I hope all of you are paying attention right now because that was super profound, and I'm still learning that to this day. So thank you for hitting home on something that is really prevalent in your college days because you'll meet people and you don't know if they carry that integrity because you'll meet somebody at a level, and when I mean a level, that can be an environment that you are not really accustomed to. And you could meet one version of someone, but it's really who you are consistently that matters. When push comes to shove, are your true colors going to show? Because when you know who people are when you face things head on with them. And there's even a lot of people that are emotionally incapable of even having the capacity to understand things to a level that you do. And then that's when you know, like, okay, you're not at my emotional level. So you and you are what you attract what you are. So then you start to notice, like, okay, am I leading a pattern in my life that I want to sustain? Am I on the right path? Because there's detours that help you navigate who you are, but there's no deviation from the path. Like this journey in life, life is going to keep going, but change is the one thing that's constant. And so that's huge advice to be able to keep your peace and to embody peace, because not a lot of people will take that for granted. So thank you, Jhalen, so much. And even Eli, for you, like relationships, navigating that aspect in college, would you say that there's something in particular that you think like stands out in terms of like not even advice, but things that were shocking to you?
Yeah, I think, the hardest situations you go through show you, who your real friends are. I feel like once you go through, a really tough situation with someone, whether it's, one of your best friends or whether it's someone you just met, I feel like that shows you, you know, one of the other's true colors. Yeah, but that's basically my whole thing. That's all I really have to say.
Yeah.
As for the friendship aspect, you know, but Jhalen kind of explained it very well.
I feel like hurt people, and misery likes company. So when you mix those two together, it's really difficult to be able to find people that live in truth. Because a lot of people will sit there and pretend and put up a facade, yes, a gimmick, a front, and as E says, like people be sherm, like, like let's just keep it a stack. Like some people lack
Dead homies.
dead dogs, like for real, straight up. And not only that, but like, what do you guys like, Eli, especially like in your field? Like you have to navigate people and creating an atmosphere. Like that's tricky.
It is tricky, and you got to know, you know, how to bridge that gap to, you know, having a business relationship and a friend relationship. You know, some people aren't really meant to be your friend, but some people are meant to be in your life, you know, for
A matter of time to teach you something.
yeah, to teach you something or yeah. I don't really know how to explain it, but like, yeah, you get what I'm trying to say.
Of course. I think you explained it perfectly. Like,
Yeah.
so when people come into your life, they're there to teach you something, and they were there for a reason. Like, do you believe that everything happens for a reason? I know that's like a cliche, but
Actually, I don't know.
I don't know. For certain stuff, I believe everything happens for a reason in certain aspects. But like a lot of stuff that happens is not for a reason. Or like me and you talked about one time, everything might happen for a reason, but when is the reason going to show? Like that's my problem. Like I don't want to sit here. You guys can tell me the cliche like we were talking about. I broke my hip playing soccer. I wasn't going to understand my reason as to why that happened because you can't tell me while I'm laying on the ground why my hip is broken. It's okay. Everything happens for a reason. Okay, what was the reason?
Yeah,
What was the reason?
I agree. I
Like,
agree.
But come to find out, it was so I could be a cheerleader, and then I, enjoyed my senior year of college, became a state champion, yada yada yada. I mean, senior year of high school. But yeah,
wow, shout out state champion. So, and you guys like, I feel like when you guys are around, like you breed like winning culture. Like you guys like to win. Like E, I know you. Like one thing about you that I know for absolute certain is that you're competitive.
Oh yeah, 100%. I hate losing, in every aspect. Whether that's us just playing ones or, you know, anything, just in life in general, you know, I hate losing. I feel like having that mentality has very much helped me, you know, throughout my 21 years of life. And yeah, you know, I'm just a competitor.
Yeah, that's amazing, and I think it's because like you're skilled, like you know your capability.
Yeah.
Even with you, Jhalen, like you have a lot of like skill just because you're able to talk to anybody. Like it's unreal just how easy you guys make friends and connections. Like your network is your net worth, and I feel like that translates to the value that you guys bring to others.
it's like a superpower.
Yeah, you treat everyone like they're my dad has this saying. He's like, you treat the milkman and the president the same way. Like nobody's insignificant in life. Like everyone in life holds value because they're a human being.
I agree.
Some people take that for granted.
Whoa.
And then you got to show them. Because, like, one thing about me, like he just said, in our 4 years, right, a lot of people have taken that real bad for granted. And then now I got to show you, right, that I can treat you how you want to be treated. Like, you want to be treated like a lowlife, I could treat you like that. Even though I treat everybody with the same level of respect, you start taking it for granted with me, now I'm going to show you how I could treat you.
Yeah.
Because you act crazy, now I can show you.
Yeah.
Simple. And then,
Yeah. And I feel, why do you think like people act chaotic in that sense? Like they just get around and they got something to prove, like a chip on their shoulder?
I think it's really just like, especially in certain situations, people feel like it's almost a status to act erratical. Like you think you gain status. You think like being rude and
Dang.
disrespectful.
So they
and
think like the
it's a status.
unhinged, chaotic madness just makes them like a
It makes them known in a sense.
dang.
But like for me and Eli, we've since our freshman year, we don't really do the whole like chaos thing. We've had our chaotic moments, but like we don't really want to be in that light. We want to be known as, them two funny little
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah,
Feel me?
them two. So like
Say less.
we've had our moments and our fair share or whatever, but like that's not really who we are. But then we come across people who desire being in that type of light. And now I have to like I don't know what's wrong with you.
How do you guys deal with fake people? Like, I'm just gonna get straight to the chase because like, how do you guys how do you operate? Because for me personally, that hurts.
I mean, it depends. Like, I don't know. Like, you're saying like if someone's showing fake love, like
Yeah,
what you
yeah.
mean?
Like, for instance, let's say like we're talking about in like the business and pleasure aspect. So let's say you get a table for somebody, right? And then you have a dynamic with them where they're like real cordial, respectful. But then at a point, like they do something slime to you, like they do something to kind of like stab you in the back or be two-faced.
I've had a lot of those.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I mean, as for me, like I think you know this. Like I'm not really the type of like. I'm not really like a. I don't know how to explain it. Like I'm not the type of person that's gonna
Lash out.
Well, I mean, I think it depends on the situation, but yeah. But I'm not like always looking for. I don't know the word what to put it as, like drama, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Like I don't really like being in drama.
Like there's a lot of, and I feel like here in South Florida,
Yeah.
there's a lot of divas and pretty much,
like, if you're fake to me, I'm just like I'm gonna let you rock. But at the end of the day, I feel like the people that have wronged me in life have ended up realizing
Get
like,
got.
damn,
They get got.
like,
Yep, you get got every time.
because there's a lot of people who think like there's a lot of people I would say who could benefit from me along with benefit from Jhalen. And then I think once, they step out of line, it's like they think like stuff sweet, but like you realize like, damn.
You got to draw a line in the sand. Like,
Yeah. But I don't know. I feel like you're better at explaining those type of situations because I just stay out the mix. I try to stay out the mix, when it comes to fake people.
I mean,
drama.
you be cooling, bro. E be in the
I just be
room, like
chilling.
having a good time. Like,
I just be chilling.
yeah.
Me personally,
Yes.
when I see, like Eli was saying, like he's not the drama, right? And he's not gonna start acting all crazy. Like he'll lash out for certain situations, but like that's not his thing. That's my thing. So
I see.
for Eli, I just want to hear
You
one
rock,
thing.
he rolls.
I'll be wanting to hear one thing about somebody that did something to Eli. Oh, and it's a wrap. Like it's
It's
Eli,
clips.
you chill. I'm gonna go ahead because a lot of the times with Eli, it's females, right? And a lot of times females start disrespecting me too, simply because I'm gay. They think like, oh,
That
like
is
I'm a
awful.
diva. Oh yeah, I'm gonna show you what a diva is. You want to get catty? I can get catty. Like I don't have a problem. But you're not gonna sit here and like, I don't know, like put us in a situation to knowing that we can't retaliate, right? And then you sit here and taunt him knowing that he's not going to retaliate. I now will retaliate because you're not going to sit here and try and carry us and act like you're this big bad wolf for the next week. Now you need us. Now it's, oh, wait, Jhalen and Eli, we're sorry. Like we didn't mean it. Nope. It's a wrap.
You don't play that.
But a lot of the times, though, I like to keep my enemies real close. Like that's my biggest. I love doing
Keep
that
your enemy,
because
keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer.
because I love to hear what you're saying underneath.
Also,
I love to find out what's going around school. I love to find out this, that, and the third. Because then I come back to Eli and I tell him, and we have a combo about it. And then once we're ready to snip snap, because we don't need you no more, we just snip snap. Because
a lot of people would you agree with the statement like all's fair, love and war?
explain.
So all's fair in love and war. So like when it's about love or when it's about war. And the reason why I said that is because you guys genuinely have a love for each other. And I heard you in that sentence, and just mind you, like I pay close attention to the fine print, the little details. Jhalen was saying we, us, because him and Eli are a team, and they are really friends. Like that's how real friendship are. You are a team, you are a unit, you rock together, you are a duo. But far beyond that, that's why when I introduce you guys, I'm like, these are my roommates, but they're far more than that. Because on the surface, it is what it appears to be, but there's a whole lot more. And that's part of the reason why I love like even like having a platform like this where we can discuss the real things and show others that it's not everyone, like you're not alone, and that there's always someone out there. And thank you for even talking about like your sexuality, which I think is such a brave thing to come on the internet and speak on. And you're loved, and you know that you're worthy of all things. And
Thank you.
And yeah, and I appreciate you hitting on that subject. But like a lot of, bro, I really think it's profound because it's not who you are. Martin Luther King has a quote. It's not who you are in comfort and convenience. It's who you are in conflict and controversy. And I feel like I try really hard to get better at that because I know like we all have our pitfalls and things that we could do better. But I feel like you guys handle it very well. Like, when I be talking to you, you just be like, bro, I don't care. Like, and you don't care either. You get to a point where you guys are like, I'm going to let it roll off my back because I can't give him my most important thing, which is my attention.
And for him, like in our situations, he knows he's getting on my nerve because he'll make sure he doesn't speak. He'll walk past all slick and smooth. He'll be on the phone keying about stuff that I want to be involved in. And I just got to be like, all right, you know what, bet. So then I just be petty too. But like we've literally learned that like, I don't know, like I love our chemistry because like we could literally be beefing down boots, like beefing down to the house. Like we don't speak. And then like, it's just like one of them nights where like we accidentally look at each other and then it's like,
we just be like,
like what's up? Like, do you want to talk and then we conversate and then it's like done and we move on.
Do you think like you know each other like beyond well? Like well is an understatement. I was going to say like you know each other well, but do you think like you guys like know everything about each other?
Not everything, but I do know Eli very well.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say the same.
Because I've been in plenty of I've been able to see Eli from a lot of different standpoints. Like I've seen him in conflict. I've seen him in conflict with others, in conflict with me. I've seen him happy. I've seen him sad. I've seen him fight. I've seen him mad. I've seen all of it. So like I've been able to like really piece together who he is and then, you know, find out who Eli really is. Like get deep with him and all that. Like we have deep talks and all that. Like, and he doesn't do that with a lot of people because he doesn't really say much. He's not a man of many words.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So,
but I appreciate you coming on here and like expressing who you are because to me, bro, like you're like you don't need to say a lot because your actions speak louder than your words. 100%. And I feel like that's what a lot of men in our generation don't understand at all.
Thank you,
Eli. What? I agree. I agree.
Yeah, definitely. And I'll definitely say this as well. Like, in terms of where you guys are right now, like senior year, how do you feel about your senior year, E? Like for real?
I feel like, well, I just feel like in general, these past 4 years have went by like that, you know, way too fast. But for senior year, for my senior year, I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what is, you know, on the other side when I do graduate. But at the same time, you know, I'm gonna miss, you know, living a college life. But I think soon, you know, I'll be ready for the real world. Not saying I'm not ready right now, but, you know, I'm trying to enjoy like the college lifestyle.
I think you're succeeding.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I feel like I've came a long way since I was a freshman. But yeah, I guess you could say I'm excited and like not sad, but like damn, like
Dang, like
it's about to be
look at where the time
yeah,
went.
it's about to be over. I mean,
Dang.
and that's what I think. Like to tie back what we were talking about like 20 minutes ago, or not 20 minutes ago, but um, when you were asking Jhalen for the what would he tell his younger self?
Yeah.
I think for these freshmen, like some of them don't understand like it's really go time once you step into college. Like
Amen.
I
Thank you so much.
yeah, like
I hope you guys are paying attention.
yeah, like for me, what I would tell my younger self is like don't waste any time. Like get
Mm.
straight to it. I feel like I've definitely wasted a lot of time in my college years. Not saying that's really a bad thing, to live a regular college life, but like definitely get to it. Like if you know what you want to do, like get started immediately cuz like in the blink of an eye, you're going to be a senior. And you don't want to be a senior and you have no idea what you want to do.
That's a fact.
Well,
That is a fact. Yo,
you know what you want to do, bro.
bro,
Get serious.
that's what I'm saying. Like, get real.
But yeah,
Bro, but no, I hope you guys like that was all facts. I hope you guys are like writing that down because a lot of you that are watching this, I hope like you get inspiration from what these two men are even conveying because these are people that have been through the stages, the phases, and they've given them lessons and opportunities. And those are the greatest things in life is the lessons that carry in your life and the opportunities that you get. Now, guys, the final like question and something I really want to dive into and unpack because I feel like this is like a time capsule. This first podcast, it really means a lot to me because I'm going to, from this point forward, do a podcast here. Try to do it every week. I will and I can and I must do it every week. I'm making a declaration right now. I'm speaking this forth and make a log of like people that have impacted me this year because of that same reason, Eli. Because of the fact of university goes by in a blink of an eye and this is a blessing. And it's not a burden. A lot of people come here and they're like, oh, I have to go to school. People would die to have the opportunity.
take it for granted.
Yeah, they literally take it for granted. And this is a huge opportunity. I mean, look, these two found a friendship is an understatement. They found something that they weren't even looking for. They found a friend, a partner, a teammate. Like that's really what it is about. Like they're boys, like brothers, and that's what matters in life is finding people that really care about your life just as much as they care about you. You care about them in the same way. And it's back to what I was saying is I'm going to make this like a catalog, like a time capsule, a living time capsule of people that have impacted me in my journey in university and have helped me learn so much. I mean, honestly, Jhalen, you teach me every day to not be concerned about the petty things because if you pay attention to the petty things, you might lose everything.
Mm-hmm.
And you might lose yourself, most importantly. And that's someone that you spend the most time with is yourself. And Eli, definitely, you help me keep that demeanor. Like when I see you, like you're mad stoic and your approach, like you don't really let much phase you. And you you definitely are one of those people that I admire in the fact of you don't allow the noise to get to you. You don't allow the noise or the he said, she said, blase, blah, really affect you. Yeah. And for me, like I'm a very outspoken. I wear my heart on my sleeve. Like he said in the beginning, I was the loudest person in the gym. Still I am. But I've grown a lot. But yeah. And definitely is an amazing journey that we've all taken. But the one thing that I want to ask you guys is, where do you see yourself in the future? So like 10 years from now, like you come back to see this and watch this video, where do you see yourself standing and watching that?
You want to start with me?
You go.
In 10 years, I want to be like, traveling the world. I hope I'm still doing what I'm doing now, just maybe on a bigger,
Scale.
a bigger pedestal.
Yeah, word.
But yeah, I would love to travel the world, um, help people all over the world along with that. But yeah, I just want to enjoy, we want to enjoy these years when we're young, you know?
Definitely. That's amazing. And there's no doubt in my mind, like you're a go-getter. Like
Yeah.
you hustle, you grind. It's all grind, no gimmicks. And that's like something I admire. So I really
Oh, wait.
appreciate.
Oh, yeah. Well, I
No, go
appreciate
ahead.
you, Justin. But I also wanted to add, in 10 years, I also hope, well, even sooner than 10 years, but, I hope I can end up, well, I know I will actually. I'm not going to say I hope, but
You will.
yeah, I definitely will. But, I want to obviously take care of my family, my parents, the closest ones around me, so hopefully in 10 years, I'm really, settled in. Um, I don't want my parents working anymore.
Okay. Big goals.
But I think everyone could say that, but it's who's really gonna put the work in to do that.
That's
You know,
inspiring. Wow. That's amazing. I could see it like you still doing uh, Terry Hospital or whatever it is at that point, like whatever pedestal or scale that's on. Definitely see that. And you always take care of your peoples, bro. So
yeah,
there's no doubt in my mind that all those dreams, like that vision, bro, is going to come to fruition. Like, no doubt in my mind.
yeah,
Now, I'd like
appreciate
to,
it.
Mr. Rose, I would love to hear what you have to say.
10 years from now, I hope, well, no. In about a year, I'm going to be famous. Just mark my words.
Okay.
Thank you.
Stardom.
So I feel like that, I don't know. I've always felt like I love the hospitality thing that I'm doing, and I do feel like I'm going to utilize that in my future. But I do think that in 10 years from now, like Eli said, I think I'm going to be traveling. I honestly don't think I'm going to be living in the U.S.
Okay.
So hopefully that's true.
Shout out
But-
Puerto Rico.
Shout out. Well, that's the U.S. That's U.S. territory.
Wait, it is? Okay. Guys, I'm geographically challenged and very uneducated.
Shout out
My
Bad
deepest
Bunny.
apologies. My deepest apologies.
Shout out Bad Bunny. But no, hopefully I am not living in the U.S. I do want to live in like Spain or something when I'm older. Like I want my kids to like travel, see the world, do the stuff that I wanted to do at this age. And I've done a lot in my lifetime. Very, 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 very blessed and highly favored. My parents have given me a lot. My parents have shown me a lot. They've shown me the steps. And like I personally think in 10 years, I will be on a yacht right now with my children,
Wow.
with my spouse, living my best life, living my dream of being famous. Happy, healthy, and wealthy is my favorite saying. That's all I want to be when I get older. That's all I want my family to have. That's what I want my friends to have. I want us to all be happy, healthy, and very wealthy.
Yeah, wow.
So 10 years, hopefully I'm,
Thank you
there.
for sharing, definitely. And yeah, that's a vision. Like, bro, you can do anything. It's not cliche. You can do anything you put your mind to. If you have the vision, if you can conceive it, believe it, you can have it 110%. And I can say for me where I see myself in 10 years. I see myself on a big scale doing this, podcasting. I love it. I think this is brilliant. And not only that, but I also see myself speaking globally. I mean, I've had a great experience going to Nigeria. That was outstanding. I mean, these were my roommates. I came in the room super excited. I was like, yo, guys, I'm going to Nigeria. They were shocked. They were like, yo, wait, what? And even getting there was a whole story in itself. And got there. It was the first time I spoke in front of that many people in my life. Lo and behold, it was brief. It was 5 minutes, but it was amazing. And I had people from all across the country of Nigeria coming up to me. And not only was it the country of Nigeria, but it was all over the nation and of the United States, of Australia, but globally. And that was wild. And I had no idea. And they were all my brothers and sisters. So I see me forging bonds, building connections, and really talking about what matters and empowering others to lead the life that they want to lead, because life comes through you, not at you. So I really thank you guys for coming on the podcast. Jack, This one's for you. Shout out Jack. That's my homeboy who I started the podcast with.
Hey, Jack.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's terrific. To all those viewers, we're coming from you guys live in South Florida, and it was a pleasure to have you, Eli. Thank you so much.
Of course,
And Jhalen, you're the best. You
Thank
inspire
you.
me, both of you guys. And thank you guys for watching. Peace and blessings.
Y'all will see us
Peace.
soon again.